have a question. What happens when social media turns every creative into free research and development? For years, we've been told that visibility is everything. Post your work, build your audience, share your process, document your journey. And for many creatives, that advice worked. But there's a downside. The more visible your work becomes, the more vulnerable it becomes. A large company doesn't need to steal your exact design. They simply need to borrow your aesthetic, your point of view, your visual language, and reproduce it at scale. The challenge is that intellectual property law doesn't always protect ideas, techniques, or aesthetics. It protects very specific things. So while the public may recognize where inspiration originated, legal recognition is often far more complicated. This becomes particularly interesting when we discuss sustainable fashion. Many people assume sustainability is only about materials, labor practices, or waste reduction, but sustainability is also economic. A truly sustainable fashion industry must create conditions where independent creatives can survive. If small artists continuously generate ideas while larger institutions capture most of the economic value, eventually the ecosystem becomes unstable. The creators disappear, the experimentation disappears, the risk-taking disappears, and eventually innovation disappears. What we're left with is repetition. The same silhouettes, the same trends, the same reference cycled over and over and over. Ironically, many of the world's largest fashion houses now find themselves competing with fast fashion companies that move even faster than they do. To keep up, some brands have accelerated production cycles instead of slowing down and investing more deeply in creativity. I often wonder what would happen if the opposite occurred. What if fashion actually slowed down? What if collections reverted back and took longer? What if creators shared less? What if more artists place portions of their work behind paywalls, private communities, salons, exhibitions, or intimate presentations? Will companies be forced to invest in original research again? Will we see the return to genuine street photography, trend observation, and cultural engagement instead of endless scrolling? I don't know, but I do know this. The internet has convinced many creatives that constant visibility is the price of success. Maybe the future belongs to creators who understand that mystery has value too. Not everything has to be posted, not everything has to be shared. And perhaps the most sustainable creative practice is knowing which part of your work deserves to remain protected. Once again, thank you for listening. This has been another 4Y Memo. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do that. And while you're at it, go ahead and like this video, leave a comment, give a thumbs up, something.